According to rumors circulating, Diddy's attorneys don't mind putting the Carters under the bus, and Beyonce and Jay Z were recently entangled in his illicit mess. We never imagined Jay Z would be one of those guys, even though I know people have been talking about how eager Diddy and his crew are to put people under the bus. Let's get this straight out of the way. Whatever is on those tapes is allegedly that Beyonce isn't staying around and waiting for the fallout. What exactly is on those tapes that she's so afraid we'll find out about? Whatever it is, it's so bad that she might actually divorce Jay Z over it, T. You understand why Jay Z and Beyonce have been closely associated with this story from the beginning, if you have been following it. Diddy even disclosed that Jay Z was one of just 2 persons worldwide who could address him by his given name, Sean, demonstrating how close the two were.
There's only one person.
Oh, go on.
And I call him Sean. That's Jay Z. We call each other Sean.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody else could call me Sean.
He's the only person who's Sean approved.
There's not a single person that
outside of family.
That should be outside of my mother.
Okay,
That should be calling me Sean.
Though we haven't seen many receipts, there have been some rumors that Beyonce knew something about Diddy's antics. Since Jay Z has been the target of the majority of suspicion, it appears that there may be some truth to this, as rumors are circulating that Beyonce is allegedly fed up with Jay Z's antics that make her look bad, and that she's going to cut herself loose. Jay Z's antics during the premiere of Blue have already cast a negative shadow over Ivy's nascent career. Initial movie, can we talk about how Mufasa Blue has been killing it on stage? There are also rumors that Blue may be releasing some new music soon. Rumor has it that Beyonce is already taking steps to end her relationship, but she's keeping it low-key because messy breakups aren't her thing. Love her or hate her, Beyonce has always kept her personal life under wraps, and this divorce is just one example of how she does it. Nothing is different. Can you really blame her? She has 3 children to consider, an image to uphold, and the last thing she needs is to have her name involved in a public scandal. Rumor has it that Beyonce is planning to split from Jay Z, but she wants to wait to make any announcements until the trial is over and her tour is over. After that, she'll likely drop the whole weave. It's a clever move because she keeps her hands clean and looks like the devoted wife who didn't know a thing. When the story finally makes the headlines, she can easily use all that attention to her advantage. It's a total power move. Let's be honest, based on all the rumors about Beyonce and Jay Z's marriage that have been floating around for years, it wouldn't take much for her to turn the story around in her favor. The Beehive has been practically yelling for her to leave him for a long time. There has always been some criticism over how their relationship began, but if there was ever an opportunity to make that move, this could be it. People have noted that Jay Z was approaching 30 when he first started dating Bey, who was reportedly only 16 at the time. You know how that kind of age difference feels different when you look back with new eyes. Beyonce discussed their age difference in an interview, Get Married. Despite being legal, she claims that they began dating when she was 19 and Jay Z was 31. Nevertheless, in a 2007 interview with Charlie Rose, Jay Z put her age at 16 when they first met, which still appears suspicious to fans. According to Jay Z, he first met Beyonce 10 years ago in 1997. This was a very murky date because by that time, Beyonce would have only been 16, and Jay Z would have been 27 or 28 years old. Not surprisingly, people portray Beyonce as the victim in all of this. The idea of a grown man in his late 20s pursuing a teenage girl is sure to raise eyebrows, and whenever Jay Z is dragged online, he takes the brunt of the criticism while Beyonce manages to stay above the drama and act as though she is too innocent to ever be involved. However, let's not act as though there haven't been rumors for years about her manipulating things behind the scenes, such as allegedly using her position to make things more difficult for other artists. She keeps getting a pass while Jay continues to be roasted. It seems as though she has been shielded by this bubble of protection, and no one questions her involvement in anything. However, things really started to pick up last year when blogger Storm Ronroe made some shocking claims based on his sources. Beyonce had been subtly preparing to leave Jay Z and was already planning her escape strategy in the background.
But what I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood is because Jay Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to ask Jason Lee. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, "Oh, the Carters have been separated for some time."
This isn't just another messy celebrity headline. We're talking about dodgy level secrets that could rock the entire industry to its core. Storm's claims sent the internet into a frenzy, but let's not act like he was the first to sound the alarm. Immediately after Cassie's lawsuit made headlines, last year Jaguar Wright jumped in and said Jay Z was next. Beehive was thrilled about the prospect of Beyonce finally severing her ties with Jay Z, implying that significant actions were already being taken to reveal his purportedly dubious company. And now it appears that the parts are finally beginning to fit perfectly. When you think back on that intimate moment between Diddy and Jay Z, it seems a bit too convenient. Birds of a feather flock together, and now there are rumors that Jay might be worse than Diddy. That kind of rumor makes you shudder because Diddy has already made serious and in-depth accusations, so the idea that Jay might be concealing even more sinister secrets is terrifying. It makes you wonder what some of these celebrities are doing when the lights and cameras are off for a long time. People dismiss Jay Z as the stereotypical cheating husband, but let's face it, Becky with the nice hair was only scratching the surface. Word has it that he has messed with a long list of women, so if Beyonce is actually planning her exit, I can't say that anyone is surprised. But rumors have it that the final straw for Beyonce was when she allegedly learned that Jay Z and Diddy have been recording her against her will. Even worse, rumors abound that her tape is one of the numerous tapes that the federal government confiscated during Diddy's raid last year, and that there is a significant likelihood that it will leak. One of the first to allude to Beyonce having a tape last year was Jaguar Wright, who said that Beyonce apparently had no knowledge she was being taped, and that there was a tape out there that showed her in a compromising scenario.
Because the Diddy. Oh! Diddy done turned over tapes, allegedly with the Carters in some freak off, and the Beyonce. How on the and the tapes had jizz all over it. Hold on.
Ariel. Mitchell Kidd, a lawyer, supported her claim that the entire affair was carried out covertly with a hidden camera recording everything without Beyonce's knowledge. According to Kidd, she was contacted by another client who wanted her to assist in facilitating the sale of a tape that featured one of the most well-known celebrities in the business, and the celebrity was obviously unaware that they were being filmed.
I also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and...
Correct.
Wow, can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No, I can't explain who the person was, but Mr.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it?
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video, and I can tell the video was graphic in nature.
Oh my, all right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, Diddy. And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded.
That's really intrusive, and I doubt anyone would hold Beyonce accountable if she were to get divorced over this. It's a difficult scenario, but do share your thoughts in the comments section below and then watch this next video.